This is QTV News coming to you from our studios on Kairaba Avenue, and I am Andy Kerma. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. 2 days after the shooting of 3 police officers, 2 of them fatally, which has shocked the nation, the principal suspect and others have been arrested in connection with the incident which happened at the Sukuta Jabang Junction. The National Assembly passed a resolution on Thursday demanding the return of huge sums of unaccounted for COVID-19 funds, which runs into several million dollars, failing which a police investigation will be launched. The Gambia Public Procurement Authority recently organized a 3-day validation forum on the 2023 Procurement Regulation Act. In a bid to make eye care services accessible in rural Gambia, Eye Care Optics Limited, a company that provides quality eye care services, has opened a new branch in Basse in the Upper River region. In international news, after the recent devastating earthquake which hit the country, the Moroccan government is restricting support or aid from countries including Germany and France. Those were the headlines, and now a look at the news in detail. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News. More suspects have been arrested in connection with the Tuesday's shooting incident at Sukuta Jabang Junction, which left 2 police officers dead and 1 in critical condition. According to the police, at least 5 people, including the main suspect, Usainu Bojang, are in police custody. Momodu Gajaga was at the Anti-Crime Unit headquarters where the suspects were held, and he now reports.
In what is a fast-moving and frequently updated investigation, today the Anti-Crime Unit headquarters in Banjulunding is the center of attention as the principal suspect in Tuesday's shooting death of 2 police officers at the Sukuta traffic light is being held there for questioning. The policewoman who survived the gun attack with injuries is in hospital and said to be responding to treatment. The police say they are using all resources at their disposal to get to the bottom of the incident, which had led to the tragic loss of lives of their 2 colleagues and injury to 1. So far, the principal suspect, named by the police as Usainu Bojang, is cooperating with the police, according to the acting police PRO, Modu Musa Sisao.
And part of the investigation is to determine actually whether the suspect, as the name implies, is actually the one who did this act, and also to determine if he has accomplices and whether he did this alone. That is important for us. Until this morning, we also have information that there are individuals who are arrested in connection to the ongoing investigations, and the public should understand that as far as investigation is concerned, anything is possible. If people are named to be part of the activity that led to the shootings, it's important to verify that. These people will be invited, and the investigators will go through the normal processes to determine the veracity of their involvement.
Among the many questions being asked is why would anyone target and shoot police officers on a busy highway, including 2 fatally, in front of so many eyewitnesses?
Having to kill police officers in this country, like the way it happened on Tuesday night, it's terrible. It's uncalled for. It's a circumstance that we never thought of. It's unprecedented since the inception of the Gambia Police Force. Yes.
In other words, you're caught by surprise.
Yeah, because this is not attitude. I mean, in terms of the Gambia, we've not had issues like this. Yes, we have had circumstances where police officers at individual level are sought at, especially by armed robbers and all that. But especially in the Kombo region here, the Greater Banjul area, this is unprecedented, and we really are interested to actually know what's the basis for this.
On Ansi Jao, the female police officer who survived the shooting and is currently under treatment at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, acting PRO Sisao dispelled rumors circulating on social media that she had died.
The last time I checked, that's less than an hour ago, she is responding to treatment. She is good, she is alive, and we are hopeful that she will recover from this. And we are asking everybody, every Gambian, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a non-Muslim, Christian, any faith you believe in, at this point in time, to join hands and pray for her speedy recovery. That's all we want from the public. And if there is any changes in the situation, hopefully the Gambia Police Force will inform the authorities respectfully, and also the public by extension.
Since the shooting, messages of condemnation, condolences, and calls for calm have come from the Supreme Islamic Council, the National Assembly, and all major political parties of the Gambia. Despite the arrest, the police continue to ask anyone who may have information regarding the incident to contact them. Trying to solve a crime, I am here outside the anti-crime unit in Banjulinding. This is where the principal suspect, Usainu Bojang, is being held, plus 4 other suspects in connection to the crime. While the police are taking their time with investigations, every lead is important. Every information the police are using to make sure that they solve this incident. But how long will it take is something that we are going to wait for. We will follow this story as we bring you updates. Umudu Gajaga, QTV News, Anti-Crime Unit, Banjulinding.
4 days after tabling the Finance and Public Accounts Committee FPAC report on the audit report on COVID-19 funds, the Parliament has been investigated and will be launched. Those mentioned by the resolution include the Executive Director of the NDMA, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, and the Director General of the Gambia Tourism Board. Aliu Cisse reports.
The resolution tabled by Alhaji S. Dabo, Majority Leader and Chairperson of the Finance and Public Accounts Committee, said Sanad Dahaba, the Executive Director of the National Disaster Management Agency, must account for all undelivered food items on or before 25 September 2023 to the Auditor General and FPAC, the failure of which should trigger an investigation by the Inspector General of Police and possible prosecution. The National Assembly also resolved that the NDMA boss accounts for the shortage of delivery of oil by International Commodity Insurance worth $37 million, $653,700, and for the money to be deposited to the National Treasury on or before 25 September 2023, and notify Auditor General and the FPAC, failure of which the IGP to launch an investigation for possible prosecution.
The Director of National Disaster Management Agency was provided to the Auditor General and the FPAC the certificate of confiscation of the damaged items by the Food Safety and Quality Authority on or before 22 September 2023, failure of which the MSQA will be summoned by FPAC, and for whereas the Executive Director fails to deliver the items of some mentioned in 1, 2, and 3 above upon expiry of the deadline, the President must consider sending him on administrative leave pending the outcome of the police investigations.
Members resolved that the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health must recover the sum of $1,165,548, being the overpayment to COVID-19 frontline workers, and pay the sum to the Accountant General, notify the Auditor General and FPAC on or before 25 September 2023, failure of which the IGP to launch an investigation for possible prosecution. The National Assembly also resolved that the Health Ministry's Permanent Secretary must provide to the Auditor General and FPAC all material evidence relating to the request of quotations from independent bidders on or before 25 September 2023 for first investigation for possible prosecution.
The Gambia Embassy in Beijing, Madrid, Addis Ababa, and Abu Dhabi must return all unpaid COVID-19 funds meant for Gambian students amounting to $1,380,186.08 to Accountant General Department and notify the FPAC by end of October 2023. Failure of which the Accountant General must deduct the said sums from their monthly cash allocation from November and December 2023.
The Director General of the Gambia Tourism Board must provide material evidence regarding the $7,821,105 queried by auditors on or before 25 September 2023 for first investigation for possible prosecution. The resolution concluded that the Grant Management Committee and the Gambia Press Union must return to the Accountant General Department $585,159, being the unused money for the COVID-19 relief support to media houses on or before 25 September 2023, failure of which the IGP to launch an investigation for possible prosecution. The investigation is expected to take 3 months, after which the IGP must report back to the Finance and Public Accounts Committee. Reporting for QTV News from the National Assembly in Banjul, I am Aliou Cissé.
The Gambia Public Procurement Authority GPPA recently organized a 3-day validation forum on the 2023 Procurement Regulation Act. The event was attended by government institutions and the private sector. Lena E. Igwenyiwa tells us more.
The validated public procurement regulation seeks to facilitate the seamless implementation of the Gambia Public Procurement Act of 2022. The primary objective is to establish a comprehensive legal framework for the Gambia's procurement system to enhance transparency within the process. Fode M. Jaita, the Director General of the Gambia Public Procurement Authority (GPPA), underscored the pivotal role played by the Public Procurement Regulation in interpreting the country's Public Procurement Act.
The Act is a very small booklet, and it is the regulation that will expound on the Act, that will explain the Act, that will implement and operationalize the Act. That is a very important document. But also the completion of the regulation today will complete the legal framework for the country procurement system.
Habib Jeng, chairman of the GPPA Board of Governors, emphasized the shared commitment of GPPA and its parent ministry to provide a responsive legal document that governs public procurement practices in the country.
The government of the Gambia realizes the need to revisit the earlier Public Procurement Act, which assigned the GPPA with the responsibility of actively being part of the procurement process and at the same time playing the role of a judge and jury during its post-review exercise.
Ibrahim Asanyang is the Director of Procurement Policy and Operation at the GPPA.
This is therefore an opportunity for all of us to ensure the document which we are about to produce provides for the following: effectiveness and efficiency of our procurement system, transparency, accountability and fairness, quality infrastructural development and good roads, for example, buildings and ICT, ensure that the drugs or medicines that we consume are fit for purpose, ensure that the fertilizer that we buy for our farmers is fit for purpose, ensure that imported goods into the country are suitable and friendly to our environment.
Julde Cisse, Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, commended GPPA and emphasized how effective public procurement positively impacts their work.
Please allow me at this point to take this opportunity to thank the Gambia Procurement Authority for the great work done in coming up with this regulation where good practices and tools are being introduced in the public sector procurement system. A strong public procurement system is central to well-functioning public financial management system and good public sector governance.
The Procurement Regulation Act 2023 aims to promote best practices and strategies, providing clear guidance on the allocation of public funds. This development is anticipated to influence various aspects, including economic growth, social outcomes, governance, and resource allocation efficiency, among others. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Gwenyiba.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more local and international news stories. Stay tuned.
waaw du gis ngeen daw si ba mu amee sikki sàkkane armante mi dañoo wecc ay cafkaam ba ñu ko ubbilee siwo bi ba xet gi dugg ko cam billahi la mu yëg bari na armante ñaar fukki at ak nangam ba mu ne cëpp ci réew mi ba tey mësula wecc doxalin mësula wecc cafka bu leen ci am benn ñaari xel man mii di jaay lépp luy produit gi armante rek am naa ko am na 500 millilitres 1000 millilitres ak 5 kilos ba noppi nag am 750 ml bi nga xam ne mi ngi toj réew mi gis nga armante Eva Protect Milk bi mooy mos dolli
te Armanti spaghetti bii ngay gis moo dàq ci spaghetti yi.
gis nga Armanti bottom margarine bi noonu la gënee ci yow mi nga xamante ne yaa ngi jaay tàngane ci Johnson bi kombi fi Armanti la dugal sa waa ñoddi sa kombi bi gis ngeen lii sardañ la da nga gis góobi jën bi dafa neex gis nga meew ko ndig mil bii Armanti ko fi indi moom mi dafa sakkan xoolal xale bii nu muy naanee banana milk bi gis ngeen flamingo oil bii dem leen ci bépp boutique bépp supermarket ci bépp marché
Armanti ki produit kenn mënu koo ceeñ.
Armanti ba foofu ndax moo di good quality food.
Welcome back. This is QTV News. In a bid to make eye care services accessible in rural Gambia, Eye Care Optics Limited, a company that provides quality eye care services, opened a new branch in Basse in the Upper River region on Wednesday. Alaji A.F. Jallo has more.
The opening of the new Eye Care Optics Limited branch in Basse was attended by a cross-section of society and regional and local authorities, who all welcomed the initiative to decentralize eye care operations in the Gambia. Mohamed Alam, the founder and CEO of Eye Care Optics Limited, said their ultimate goal is to provide efficient, accessible, and affordable eye care products and services for their customers. The new branch will help the residents of URR to have affordable and accessible eye care services without traveling to the combos for eye care services.
Our goal is to eliminate blindness in the Gambia, insurance eye for all, because a lot of blindness is there in this country. People don't know where to go, how to, when to go. So when we are here, no need to wait for the queue, no need to travel. You are free to come anytime. We are opening 9 to 7, even Sunday 10 to 2 we are open. So if you don't have time, you can come Sunday also. So the clinic has professional ophthalmic dispensing optician and contact lens practitioner. The institution does eye examination and self-frame, lenses, sunglasses, etc.
Seluba, the Alcalde of Basse, welcomes the new development in his area, while appealing to the service provider to make their services affordable.
You have come to uplift us also to go further, because people will come here to find lenses. At times they are directed to go to Banjul, which is more expensive for them, and as you know, traveling is not easy. Traveling is never easy, but I thank you, the management of Eye Care Optics, for this wonderful gesture you are trying to render to the people of URR.
Abubakar Kurbari, a resident of Basse, commended Eye Care Optics Limited for bringing quality eye care services to the doorstep of the people of Basse. He further appeals to potential investors to also come and invest in URR.
We, the people of this region, particularly our people and brothers who are well off, who have the money, who have the financial capability, please invest in our community. Build the good buildings here. Not everything should be in Combo. If you look at it, 95% of the good structures in Combo belong to our people from URR. But what have they done in URR? Almost next to nothing.
As part of its corporate social responsibility, Eye Care has in the past offered free screening and, in some cases, treatment to the police, the Immigration Department and prison services, and the public. Founded in the Gambia in June 2022, Eye Optics was set up by professional eye specialists to offer several eye services, including eye testing, refraction, and among many other eye care processes. Their other offices are located at former Dream Park premises in Senegambia, London Corner, and Brikama. For QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallo.
The University of the Gambia held its second orientation ceremony on Monday for newly admitted students for the academic year 2023-2024. Lena E. Igwenyiba has more.
The orientation took place at the University Law Faculty in Kanifing, bringing together students admitted on diverse undergraduate and graduate programs for the upcoming academic year. University authorities were on hand to provide essential information about the academic journey. Professor Herbert Robinson, the Vice-Chancellor of UTG, congratulated the incoming students and acknowledged the significant enrollment figures for this year.
Let me seize the opportunity to congratulate all of you for your success and for making it to the University of the Gambia. You have every right to be proud of your achievements, and I think this is the beginning of many things to come. Out of 1,644 applicants, there were 748 successful applicants, representing just 47%. So that's a very competitive year.
Dr. Momodou Lamin Taro, the university's registrar, emphasized the core purpose of the orientation ceremony, referring to it as a cherished academic tradition for students.
The main objective of this orientation ceremony is to acquaint you with the fundamental principles, norms, and culture of the University of the Gambia. These core values have projected the image of this institution as a center for learning and character molding of our students. The core values also depict the vision of our university, which is to nurture a university of high international standard so that the quality of the institution is rated the best in the country and amongst the very best in Africa.
Dr. Habibatu Drame, the Director of Students' Affairs at the university, offered valuable guidance and insights to the students.
If you have any problems at the school level, engage your faculty officers first. If your faculty officers cannot solve your problem, they will refer you to the unit heads, and then heads of department, eventually to the dean. It is only when the school dean cannot solve your problem, you come to my office. And if the problem is a genuine problem, you have to go and sleep because it will be solved. So that is it. I want to join my colleague from the medical school who advises you on discipline. It's inevitable. You must be disciplined at this level. We expect that you all are mature, so you should show respect so that you can get respect back. We don't have particular dress codes, but the Faculty of Law do have one. So if you're in a school that does not have a dress code, I advise you to come to the university in modesty. Dress modestly.
At the University of the Gambia, students are required to fulfill specific credit hour requirements, which vary according to their fields of study. Additionally, they must successfully complete the courses outlined in their respective course catalogue, including General Education Requirements, GER, and Departmental Requirement courses, before they are eligible for graduation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Gwenyiba.
To the newly admitted students into UTG, we say Godspeed. And with that story, we will now shift our attention to news outside the Gambia. The Moroccan government is restricting support or aid from countries including Germany and France. Despite the assistance offered, officials argue that poorly coordinated aid will be counterproductive. Thus, the restriction. Jennifer Sonko has the details.
A powerful earthquake struck Morocco last Friday night, killing at least 2,900 people, and the death toll is expected to rise. The earthquake in Morocco is already one of the worst natural disasters in Morocco in the last 100 years, according to reports. According to the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, the most pressing needs include clean water, food, shelter. People affected by the earthquake will need support for weeks and months to come, and in addition to water, food and shelter, their needs will include sanitation and hygiene relief items, household essentials, livelihoods, protection and community engagement. Despite these needs, the Moroccan government is restricting countries such as France, Germany and the US from contributing to relief efforts. Only 4 countries are allowed to send aid: Spain, the United Kingdom, the United Arab Emirates and Qatar, plus some NGOs. The German Red Cross was scheduled to send a relief flight to Morocco on Thursday, upon Moroccan request. The German Red Cross said in a statement on Thursday that the flight was due to take off and had to be cancelled for reasons beyond their control. The relief flight was packed with 36.6 tons of relief supplies, over 3,000 floor mats and 550 family-sized tents. France is also on standby to send aid if Morocco gives the go-ahead. France and Morocco have had a strained relationship in recent years, notably over the issue of Western Sahara, which Morocco wants France to recognize as Moroccan. Morocco has not had an envoy in Paris since January. King Mohammed VI, who had been in France for medical treatment, returned home and visited the Marrakesh University Hospital on Tuesday. He visited the intensive care unit and the hospitalization unit for earthquake victims. Before leaving the Marrakesh Hospital Center, King Mohammed VI donated blood and took a walk around of some of the devastated areas. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenna Bosonko.
Before we end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. 2 days after the shooting of 3 police officers, 2 of them fatally, which has shocked the nation, the principal suspect and others have been arrested in connection with the incident which happened at the Sukuta-Jabang Junction. The National Assembly passed a resolution on Thursday demanding the return of huge sums of unaccounted for COVID-19 funds, which runs into several $1 million, failing which a police investigation will be launched. The Gambia Public Procurement Authority recently organized a 3-day validation forum on the 2023 Procurement Regulation Act. In a bid to make eye care services accessible in rural Gambia, Eye Care Optics Limited, a company that provides quality eye care services, opened a new branch in Basse in the Upper River region. In international news, after the recent devastating earthquake which hit the country, the Moroccan government is restricting support or aid from some of countries, including Germany and France. Well, that's all we have for you in this bulletin, but please don't forget to get interactive with us by following us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, YouTube at QTV Gambia. Thank you very much for watching, but do join us at 10 for more news bulletin.